Right, so hey everyone, and welcome back to another budget photography video. So the Mavic 3 Pro and the Mavic 3 in general has been out for a few years now. Not massive amount, but a few years now. And you know, I thought, what's it actually like to take the Mavic 3 and use it in the, well, in the dark? It turns out it's pretty damn good. So coming up on screen now is what I'm seeing on my iPad. So here we have a selection of pictures that I have taken on my Mavic 3 Pro. And as they look now, they're looking pretty crap, aren't they? They're not looking the best. But that's okay, because if we go into something like this one here, we look at its information, we can actually see that we've got, 18 megabytes of data to work with, which is not, it's not too bad. Now, unfortunately, all files from DJI, on their drones at least, sorry, I should say, are DNG files, which is, not the best. I would much prefer full fat RAW, but they want to keep the size down. So it is what it is. Okay, well, let's start off with this first one. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm actually just going to I'm just going to push auto. And already it's kind of brought a lot of detail back into the image. Now, because of the ISO here, you can see that I've got an ISO 350. Now, one of these images, and I can't remember which one it was, I think it's this one. No, it's not that one. One or two of these images, I did have an unreasonably high ISO. Ah, yes, it's this one here, the one that's now on screen. 1380. Now, I normally would never go that high, but I had an ND filter on, completely by mistake. Normally, I would leave my ND filters on because I normally fly in broad daylight so that I can, I don't usually go out at night time flying my drone. So I just kind of sent it up and forgot the ND was on. But before we go into that other one, I want to go into this one actually, because even though we're an ISO of over 1,000 with an ND filter on, it's, it falls apart when we zoom in like this, but the image in general is not too bad. It's not too bad. If I push auto, bang, it's been brought back again. Now we have, wrong button. We have got noise, but again, and then we're going to the effects. No, it's not in effects. Where is it? Oh, it is in details. Sorry. And we'll bring up that noise reduction quite heavily. Color noise reduction, and look at that. Now, yes, that has smoothed out the image, making the image look a bit more crap, let's face it. But if you just wanted a noise-free image, even at over 1,000, this is what you get. And it is nuts. Okay, so let's come out of that. Let's go back to the first image that we were doing. Now, this is only set to 1/15th of a second and ISO of 350. So a lot less. So what we can do is, so now that we have already pressed auto on this, we can actually just bring stuff back. So what we can do is we can see that, look, we can bring more of the shadows out. Now, yes, we have got noise. We're going to get noise. We can sort that out. That is totally fine. Bring in some sharpening. We'll bring down the color noise reduction. And then what I'm going to do here, because we've blown out the sky, we've edited for the bottom half of the picture, but we've blown out the sky. So I'm going to go into selective edit, select sky. It is doing its little thing. It is detecting the sky, just like that. I'm going to bring the highlights to about there, maybe exposure down. And then let's warm up that sky because it's not a cold night. So there we go. Look at that. Now that looks a lot better. There we go. And then go into the effects tab and we'll just bring texture. Little bit of dehaze. No vignette. I don't like vignetting. And look at that. This is taken in, what time was it? 5th of August at 4 o'clock. Okay, apparently this is 4:30 in the evening. I don't remember taking this at 4:30 in the evening, but apparently I did. But I don't remember doing it. It wasn't 4:30, I can tell you that. It was a lot later than that. Okay, so next image. Let's go for this really dark one. And oh, look down there. We have a nice little light trail. Just a tiny one. We've got an F11 ISO 100, so it's nice and dark, and there should be a decent amount of detail. Let's have a look at auto. Ooh, look at that. Now that is a decent image. Now, to be fair, I don't really want to do much to this. I mean, what can we do? Maybe bring up the shadows a little bit more. I suppose we could. Yeah, that's kind of okay. Bring it more into the purple range just because we're getting quite a lot of green. There we go. And that's done. Now, again, we have actually got a lot of noise. So we will go to bring in the color noise reduction. Now, I haven't tried any more kind of a long exposure with the Mavic 3 range since this, and you know, we've just got these little lights here. So I might have to go out and do that again because they look really nice. Okay, this one here. Now, this one here is using the zoom lens, and I can't clarify that enough because it does look like I am within the range of an airport, but I'm not. Okay, now that I've explained that, let's get back to the image. Okay, what can we do here? Should we go with auto? No, let's not. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some contrast, bring up some shadows, drop the whites, maybe drop some of the blacks, and then effects. This is going to be quite a drastic change on this one. So when we go to effects, so when we go to change the dehaze, you're going to see a drastic effect on this. And the texture and the clarity. I'm going to bring that dehaze back down again. And you can see that it's actually really, really working. And look at that. Now, frankly, I have edited this specific image before, and I actually quite like it like this. So let's just bring that up, drop that. I think that looks amazing. We bring up the sharpness, some more noise reduction. That is what I think. I love this. I think it's a really nice image of the airport. Now, there were no planes obviously flying overhead, so there was that as well. Okay, going to do one more because this has now gone on longer than I was expecting. This one's kind of the same, so maybe we'll just kind of... Now, this one I do quite like. It is just a really nice image. We've got some nice little traffic down there. We've got kind of normal life going on, and then we've got kind of all the things that are just going on around it. So we've got all these buildings, and then just over here that's at the moment in the dark is the forest. Okay, let's have a look at auto. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. What we can do is we can just change the white balance temperature to about there, just like that. Bring up some saturation and vibrancy, and then add in some texture, clarity, and dehaze. They've become my new kind of go-to tools recently. Just like that, and then maybe, don't know, it's very purple, so let's just, I'm not happy with how purple it's going. There we go, right, where was I? And to be fair, I'm not really that happy with this now in general. Tell you what we can do, get the brush, and we can just follow this road and just cover these yellowy bits and just kind of cool it down a bit. There we go. That is better than that. That is a lot better. I like that now. That is definitely a lot better. Okay, this is unfortunately taken longer than I was expecting. So I will have to see you in the next one. Maybe I'll do a part 2. Thanks for joining me.